Hey everybody, Arjun from Wizards.exe here. In this video, I'm going to go over how to configure and program an analog device for your Rev Control Hub or Expansion Hub, meaning the potentiometer. And so the potentiometer is an analog device. What an analog device is it's a device that returns something between 0 and 1 or 0 and something else. It can return anything in between, whereas digital devices can only be pressed or not pressed. Analog devices can be anywhere in the middle. And how we're going to do this is we're going to click the three dots on the top and hit Configure Robot. Next, I'm going to edit a configuration that I already have with a servo on it, and I'm going to go to Analog Input Devices. Then you click Analog Input and put something in. So I put potentiometer because that's a very descriptive name. But if you have an actual use on your robot, you should probably give it a more descriptive name. Okay, so now we've configured the potentiometer, it's time to program it. So I'm going to go back to Program and Manage. I'm going to go into our block programming menu, and I'm going to create a new op mode called potentiometer test. Okay, so we could do something very simple where we just want to get telemetry of the potentiometer, but I want to explain some things and make something a little bit more than that. So the Rev Control Hub and Expansion Hub run off of 3.3 volt logic. This means that when it can go from 0 to 3.3, those are the values, and it can be anything in between this. If we want our potentiometer to control, say, a servo or a motor, we're going to have to do some math in order to scale those values down. So in the math block, there are many different blocks here that allow you to do basic math, but we're just going to use the division block. So I'm going to go to our actuators and the servo that I have and set the servo power to what I have on the potentiometer divided by 3. So now we can go to sensors, we can go to other devices, analog input, and then go to voltage. Sorry. So I'm going to zoom out here quickly. We put that back and go potentiometer.voltage over potentiometer.max voltage. And this means it's going to give us something between 0 and 1. So we're going to save this op mode, and what this op mode does is it just sets the servo power to the potentiometer what the potentiometer is giving. And the potentiometer can rotate 270 degrees in the Rev potentiometer, and yeah, it cannot move 360 degrees. So I'm just going to save the op mode and go back, and I'll show you this program working. Now I'm going to show you this. So first I'm going to select potentiometer test, and I'm going to hit init and play. Now you can see right now the servos immediately started moving. I put this Omni wheel on the potentiometer just to show you when it's rotating. So you can see that as I rotate the Omni wheel more, the potentiometer starts to move more. And there's really fine control because the potentiometer is such a good sensor, it's really precise. So you can see that okay, so you could also do this exercise with this demo with a servo in normal mode, in which the potentiometer would control the servo. But there are also many really good uses for the potentiometer, and one of the best uses I can think of for using the potentiometer on your robot is when you have an arm, because the motor encoder resets every single time you turn off the robot and turn it back on. Your potentiometer does not. So if you have an arm that doesn't move more than 270 degrees, you could put a potentiometer on it, and that's a great way to get feedback on where your arm is. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and email to wizards.exe@gmail.com with any questions. Thank you.